Tonight, at this table in this room, my husband thought he could hand me a neat little divorce plan, but he did not know I had already rewritten the ending. "Sit down, Irene," Martin says, pressing an envelope flat on this table. "I'm Irene. I keep quiet plans and clear ledgers." His mother sits stiff in this chair beside him, lips tight, watching me like a weak student about to fail an exam. They think they have rehearsed this scene. They think tonight is just a practice run before the big celebration tomorrow, where he will speak into a microphone and throw away our life. I rest my hands on this table so they do not shake. They do not know I already know every line. A week ago, in this room, I woke up to soft voices behind the half-closed door. Martin was near this table, talking on speaker with his mother. "She never sees what's coming," he whispered. "We'll do it in one night." My heart began to pound, but I kept still. I heard his mother say, "Just keep her sweet until the party. After the speech, the lawyer will be ready." Party, lawyer. My name spoken like a problem to be solved. In the dark, in this chair, I stared at the ceiling and understood. Someone was planning a quiet attack on my life. The next morning in this room, Martin was suddenly tender. He put a cup near this table, kissed my cheek, and called me my angel 3 times. For 25 years, he has liked me steady, not sweet. Now he was sugar. "We should really mark our anniversary," he said. "I booked something special. You'll love it." Behind his soft tone, his shoulders were tight. On this table, his phone lit up with a reminder. "Call Kay, 11 a.m. Later, when I asked who Kay was, his left eye blinked fast. "Carl, from work, helping with a surprise," he said. My stomach told me the surprise was not for me. That same day, his mother came to this room with a cake box and many questions. She sat in this chair and looked around as if she already owned the space. "You must be so excited," she said. "A big party, such a big day. Tell me, dear, where do you keep the papers for the condo again? It would be terrible if something happened and the government took it." She laughed, but her eyes were sharp. "Why?" I asked. She waved a hand. "Just thinking of the future. You know Martin should really have things in his name too." I smiled and felt a cold line form in my chest. When she left, I sat alone in this room and stared at this table. The wood has seen every hard talk of our marriage. Promotion news. The day my father died. The time we learned we would likely not have children. Now it would see this too. I picked up Martin's phone where he had forgotten it, face down. The code was not our old one. He had changed it. For a moment, I almost put it back. Then I remembered his words. "She never sees what's coming." I typed his mother's birthday. Nothing. I typed our wedding date backward. It opened. I set the phone on this table, screen bright, and scrolled with slow fingers. The messages told the story he never said aloud. A woman saved as S. Photos with his arm around her. Texts like, "Just wait until after the anniversary. The condo will be ours." Then messages with a man called Keller about clean separation documents and waiver language so she leaves quietly. I felt the world tilt, but I did not cry. Instead, I breathed with my hands flat on this table and whispered to myself, "You are not a surprise. You have time." The first person I called was not Martin, and not his mother. It was my old friend Lila, who had become a family lawyer. I put my phone down on this table and pressed speaker so I could hear my own voice stay calm. I did not say, "My husband." I said, "A woman I love found messages. Her husband plans a big public break and wants her to sign something while she is shocked." Lila listened. "Tell your friend 3 things," she said. "Do not sign anything fast. Collect proof. And remember that property follows paper, not speeches." Her words sat on this table like little stones I could hold. That evening, I pulled out the old folder of condo papers and spread them on this table. I had not looked at them in years. My parents' names stared up at me from the gift deed. Then my own name, alone. Martin's name was added later on a small form, for convenience. Lila's sentence came back. Property follows paper. I traced the date with one finger. My parents gave this home to me before our wedding. Martin has acted for years as if we built it together. In truth, he moved into a gift. I took photos of every page, steady hand, no tears. The next morning, I called Lila again from this room. "Irene," she said now, dropping the pretend friend. "Your condo is your separate asset unless he can prove big repairs he paid for." I laughed, a dry little laugh that surprised me. "He never fixed a thing," I said. "I did, with my own bonus money and my brother's help." She laid out a simple plan in short sentences. "Move half of the joint savings into a new account in your name. Keep records of his spending. Do not tell him you know. And if he wants a party, let him pay, but not with your half." That afternoon, I sat at this table with my notebook. I did not leave this room to make my moves. I called the bank and opened a personal account. I moved half of the shared money. It was not revenge, it was balance. I wrote 3 lines on a small card. Line 1, "I will not pay for my own removal." Line 2, "I will not sign away my home in surprise." Line 3, "If he wants out, we use a neutral person here." I read the lines aloud in this room until my voice felt solid. Yesterday, Martin came home smelling of a new cologne. He paced in this room, restless, touching this chair, this table, as if he needed to practice owning them. "Tomorrow," he said, "is going to be life-changing." I looked up. "For both of us?" I asked. He smiled without warmth. "You'll see," he said. "I'm going to speak from the heart. I'm tired of pretending everything is fine." For a moment, I felt the old habit rise in me, the one that pleads and begs. Then I looked at this table, at the folder hidden under a neat towel, and the habit sat back down. I decided the real scene would not be on a stage. It would be here. So this morning, I asked him and his mother to meet me in this room to rehearse speeches. They liked that idea. They think I am soft. Now we are here. Martin taps the envelope on this table. His mother folds her hands in her lap, smug. "We just want to show you something so there are no surprises tomorrow," she says. "We want everything clean, respectable." I hear the word clean and think of how people talk before they do something dirty. "Go ahead," I say. My voice sounds almost gentle. Martin clears his throat. "Irene, we've had many years together," he begins. "People change. I need a partner who fits my life now. I've spoken to a lawyer. This is a very fair proposal. You move out of the condo, I keep the place and handle the debts. You get a comfortable payout. You sign here tonight, and tomorrow we announce our decision like adults." He slides the envelope toward me. My fingers do not touch it. Instead, I lay my little card with 3 lines beside it. "Before I read that, I say. Let's check something. I turn the card so they can see. Rule 1. I will not pay for my own removal. His mother sniffs. No one is asking you to pay, dear. Martin will carry the loans, like a gentleman. I tilt my head. Which loans? I ask. The ones to buy jewellery for S and dinners she posts online? Or the ones to pay Mr. Keller? Colour drains from Martin's face. His mother looks at him, sharp. You told me you had it under control, she hisses. The envelope on this table suddenly looks less powerful. I reach under the folded towel and place my folder on this table. The paper feels cool. Since we are being honest, I say, here is the deed. I point to the line with my parents' names, then my own, alone. This home was a gift to me before we married. Your name lives on the mail, Martin, not on the title. A lawyer friend reminded me that speeches do not change that. He grabs the document, scans it, then throws it back down. You tricked me, he says. No, I answer softly. You forgot to read. His mother leans forward in this chair. You can't throw my son out on the street, she cries. He gave you his best years. I fold my hands. I am not throwing anyone anywhere, I say. He is free to leave. He is not free to take what is not his. And I will not fund his fresh start with someone else. I touch the card again. Rule 2, I will not sign away my home in surprise. Martin laughs, sharp. So what? You'll come to the party and argue in front of everyone? I shake my head. No. I'm asking you to cancel it. I see the panic flash between them. The party was their stage, their shield. If you refuse, I continue, I will still come. I will bring this folder. When you stand up to call me dull and old, I will answer with dates, debts, and names. I will not shout. I will simply tell the truth. About S. About the loans. About this home. I push the little card closer. Rule 3. If you want out, we talk with a neutral person here, not with a crowd as your weapon. Silence fills this room like a slow tide. Martin slumps back in his chair. For a second, he looks almost young, like the boy who once sat at this table and practiced job interviews with me. What do you want, Irene? He asks. The anger is gone. Only fear and tiredness remain. I want a simple, boring divorce, I say. No show, no tricks. You keep your personal debts. I keep this home. We split what the law says we split, and we do it with someone who does not love either of us. His mother whispers, You're punishing him. I shake my head. I am just not helping him punish me. In the end, Martin reaches for his phone on this table. His hand shakes. He cancels the party booking while I sit in this chair and listen to him say, Plans have changed. His mother mutters under her breath, but she does not stop him. When he hangs up, he looks at the envelope. You're really not going to sign? He asks. Not that, I answer. Bring me a fair agreement after you have told the truth to a neutral person, and I will read it in this room, in peace. He leaves without another speech. The door closes. The quiet feels like air after a storm. 3 months later, I sit at this table again with the final papers, stamped and dry. The condo is mine. His secret loans are his. There was no grand speech, no big scene, only a long meeting with a calm third person and many signatures made with steady hands. Martin moved into a small rented place. His mother stopped calling. Sometimes I think of the party that never happened, and I feel a strange kind of joy. Not cruel joy, clean joy. If you are listening in this room, afraid someone is planning to use your own money to push you out. Hear me. You are allowed to know the papers, move your share, and refuse to sponsor your own defeat. Quiet plans are still powerful, especially at this table in this room.